hear people like, you need to go talk to somebody, you need to go do this, you need to go do that. But we never talk about inside. We come to a society and not understanding who we are and understanding like dopamine. When dopamine, you could anticipate. How you ever like wanted to eat something and it was so good and you couldn't wait to eat it again, and you got a higher rush of dopamine anticipating it than you did when you actually ate it. Or you couldn't wait to see somebody and you actually had your rush of dopamine was higher with the anticipation of seeing this person than when you actually had them in your presence, because that's the same part of the brain. So what we're finding now, because we use so many outside stimulants, we have social media, people drinking coffee, people smoking weed, people drinking alcohol, people eating candy. We have all these different things that make us feel good. And what happened inside, because we are stressed, dopamine is a hormone. And when you stress, the body don't make the dopamine, it's making the cortisol. So when the cortisol high levels is high, the dopamine has to be low. Because it's impossible for the body to have high cortisol and high dopamine at the same time, because they are basically opposites of each other. So when a person is very stressed, the dopamine, that's why you don't feel good when you stress, because the dopamine is down. So then you gotta look for outside source. And this is how we've been programmed, even through religion. All the power and everything is outside of us to feel good. You go to church and you get the word and you feel good, and then hours later after you leave, the dopamine start to go back down, and you start to feel like how you felt before you went to church. That because we haven't been taught how to love ourselves and how to center ourselves to be able to raise our own dopamine and be able to get at a baseline. But the problem you're going to find on this journey is that when you start detaching yourself from all the outside dopamine, you got to walk through that flat line. And that's when you go deeper within. And as you go deeper within, your natural dopamine will start to increase. The more you start embracing you, living your authentic life.